District Attorney Mike McLelland and his wife Cynthia have been found shot to death.
It is the second shooting of a prosecutor in the small Texas town this year, coming just 2 months after Assistant District Attorney Mark Hasse was shot dead outside the local courthouse on his way to work.
It was wrongly released, and that little mistake cost a lot of people their lives. This is a very terrifying story that we all wish would never happen to either one of us. Welcome to Whispers of True Crime Weekly, where we give you updates on True Crime Weekly, at least 2 videos every week. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing. We loved it and we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Evans Spencer was a very terrible criminal. He was released by mistake. And this incident had taken about 2 to 3 people's life already before it was later gunned down. What happened was this: he was mistakenly released and he went on the run immediately. The first person he had unalived was a Domino pizza delivery guy. He unalived the guy and he took the guy's clothes. And he used that clothes to go to Tom Clement's house, the head of the Colorado Correctional Department. And he unalived the man, and the man opened the door. This is the video.
In the shocking overnight murder of the head of Colorado's prison system, Tom Clements was gunned down as he answered the front door of his Monument home last night. Air Tracker 7 was over the home this morning. Investigators are searching the area for clues, and they are talking to neighbors.
2 days after
that, he was stopped on the highway by an officer because he was speeding. Before the officer could even utter a word, Evans opened fire on the officer, and the officer almost lost his life. But thankfully, an innocent bystander was around that was able to call 911 and give the officer help. The officer was able to survive this. The police chased after him. He kept running and he kept shooting at. After running for a while, he hit a truck and his car was destroyed. He could not run anymore. He had a very big shootout with the police and he was gunned down. And that was when they found a lot of evidence in his car, like directions to Tom Clement's house and a whole list of police officers and correctional officers that he wanted to unalive. He had a testimonial as well that he wanted to use. This was all an evil plan, but thankfully it ended this way. Immediately after this, just 3 days after, a DA in Kaufman town, not far from where this had taken place in Texas, a DA was gunned down called Mark Hasse. Mark Hasse was gunned down, and from what witness said, the last word he said was, no, I'm sorry, and he was gunned down immediately. The police, the first responder there, was able to take care of him, try to give him CPR.
Officer Jason Statsny was the first to arrive at the scene. He immediately began CPR.
You got a shot in his brain. There you go, buddy. Keep breathing for me.
5 minutes later, an ambulance arrived and an EMT took over.
Anybody know anything about it? He's one of the DA prosecutors.
The victim was 57-year-old Mark Hasse.
Before 5 minutes after, the ambulance came along and they did their best, but Mark Hasse gave up the ghost. Immediately just after this, Mr. Mark, a DA also, in the same office with Kaufman, came out and did a video talking to the person that committed this crime, that they were coming for the person. Unknown to Mr. Mark, he was the next target of this person.
Attorney Mike McLelland and his wife Cynthia have been found shot to death.
It is the second shooting of a prosecutor in the small Texas town this year, coming just 2 months after Assistant District Attorney Mark Hasse was shot dead outside the local courthouse on his way to work.
Nobody knew who this person was. And from all evidence, happened to, after shooting Mike, he entered a car, a waiting car, the passenger side, and they drive off. That means he had an accomplice. All the police had to do was to properly check who was that accomplice. And on Mike's murder, he went to Mike's house. The killer went there, killed both Mike and his wife. He was getting bold. Right in Mike's compound, he was able to unalive him. This was becoming terrible in this town. A team came into the department telling the detectives about certain things about the crime scene that only the killer and the police would know. So there where the police knew that something was off, but they didn't just know who it was, but they were sure that that was the killer. And tipsters are protected by the law. They could not really go and search in details who is this person, so they had to just hope that the person keep responding. Right after this happened. Right after this, while also going through surveillance camera of Mr. Mike's house, they saw a white car driving off, speeding away
in Cynthia's shooter. While reviewing surveillance footage from businesses around the McLelland household, a white Ford Crown Victoria can be seen speeding through the streets. Meanwhile, another team of investigators
and that drew their attention. Another set of detectives were going through Mike and Mark Hasse's former cases to be sure if there's a connection. That was where a new face came up. A former judge, Eric Williams, a former judge in the Kaufman County. Mike Hasse and Mr. Mike had actually been in the team that sent the judge out of the justice system. This judge forgot that there were cameras in the courthouse. He stole 3 cameras and immediately was taken to the police station for investigation. He thought it was bigger than the law, but that was not the case.
Eric Williams. In 2011, Eric was arrested and charged with felony theft. This Mensa-certified genius seemed to have forgotten that there were cameras in the courthouse when he stole 3 computers. Following his arrest, he was brought to the interrogation room for questioning.
They initially gave him a little bit of a slap in the hand, sort of say. They just told him to just go, but he said no, he wants the case to go to court. The case actually went to court and they gave him 2 years probation. Automatically, probation comes with sanctions. Automatically cannot operate his law license anymore. He becomes incapacitated in that directive. That got him pissed off. Immediately was a suspect. The detectives tried to reach out to him for investigation. He didn't answer them, but he didn't mind talking to the media. He was concerned about the media. He never wanted to talk to the police detectives.
Has anyone connected with this investigation suggested to you that you are a person of interest in the investigation?
No.
Did you bear either of those men any kind of grudge?
No, absolutely not. My heartfelt condolences go out to both the McLelland family and the Hasse family.
But after a while, he decided to call them in, trying to claim he was good. So while they came to his house, they had their audio running. They were talking with him and they asked him if he had guns in the house. And he said out of the 16 he had sold 15, left with 1. And that one is finding it difficult to sell. So they tried to get him to showing them the gun. Because as an ex-convict, you're not allowed to have guns. So he knew this. And they didn't have any legal reason to go through his house. So they needed him to oblige. And really, because they wanted to claim he had nothing to hide, he told them, yes, you can go through my properties. That was when they went downstairs, checked the whole compound. They went downstairs and they saw a shelf. On that shelf, the last one down, they saw that a document specifying that he bought a white car some years.
The search is in full swing, with Kaufman County investigators and the FBI working together. During this search, they find even more than they were hoping for. In a filing cabinet in the garage, they found the vehicle registration for a white Ford Crown Victoria. They also found a scrap piece of paper. Written on it was an anonymous tip website and a password. When the police gained access to this account, they confirmed that Eric was the one taunting and extorting law enforcement.
Years ago. And also a paper that wrote the tip he was using. The tip line he was using to call the police at that time to taunt them was written there with the password. They discovered that he was being the one disturbing them. During this crisis of going on and on, a friend of his, Roger, reached out to the investigators and told them that he had to come forward with what he knows. And what he knew would blow your mind. He had actually helped Mike. Eric had actually told Rogers to please help him pay for his storage house, that he wanted to use it for something. The detectives got a court order and they went to search the storage house. On getting there, they hit pay debts. They saw the car, they saw a lot of guns, a lot of bombs that was made, but none of the guns fit what was used to bring down Mr. Mike and Mark Hasse. None of them were able to fit. But still on it, they went to court. They took him to court. And his wife turned on him. His wife was the accomplice they were looking for. So they gave her a shorter deal that she should not state, because of spousal agreement, because he's married to her, he cannot reveal certain things he says to her. So she has to keep it under lock and key. So for that being said, she only asked her to talk about his reactions on certain days, which she can say, but she cannot say what he had told him. That was it. She confessed and she said it in the court. Later, he was sentenced to death, but he's still on death row, trying to appeal his sentencing. But I don't think he should get out. This is a very hopeless man that took people's life. He shouldn't have it easy. Welcome to Whispers of True Crime Weekly, where we give you updates on True Crime Weekly, at least 2 videos every week. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing. We love it and we appreciate you. Thank you very much.